Kazanabek Alimkanuli. That strong amateur background has made him a tough out for any and every fighter he faces.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Brooklyn, New York. Introducing an acclaimed two-time middleweight champion of the world, known as...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
The Rock. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world. What a pleasure it is. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas. Hold it right there. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for... Hold that thought. Usyk. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
B-Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. That jab doesn't score. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. How about that time counter shot? They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say, here we go, it's round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. When you're training to fight a swarmer, you gotta focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
Oh man, you've got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
They exchange punches. punch and shoot. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They stop the hook there. He missed with that jab. His stamina is off the charts. The perfect counter lands. What would you tell? Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punching. A second to catch our breath. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Throws the jab but does not score. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he scores with the counter. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The game plan is focus. There's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter shot. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Beautiful counter punch. That counter shot lands. A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Holding nothing back here in the round. Counter punch right up the middle. That hook was off target. The straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second.
Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there and...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
That counter punch caught him clean. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Good counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. Nice counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up. Did you see that? Rocky Marciano in trouble. Do you believe this? Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been gone. This is the beginning of round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Jab misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They miss with the jab. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter shot. How do they? And the big cat goes down. Let's see that again.
That's lights out right there.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Alexander. Here we go. It's round 7. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
scores with the counter. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like this. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's
so much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? The referee takes a look, and he says, let's get it on. Jab does not score. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I'm worried about these two fighters.
Letting back into the fight.
And we enter the 8th round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
an amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They exchange punches. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Good defense there to stop that hook. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with the hook. Beautiful counter punch. Incredible work rate. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?